Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Body Process Facilitator call of, I don't know what, July. And let me turn off my WhatsApp because all of a sudden people are going to message me, obviously, the moment we start recording. Wait, this is July, right? I'm very loopy. I drove in from Texas to Chattanooga last night. So it was lots of driving in my last 12 hours of the day, full 15 hours. You know, there was
Nashville, not Chattanooga.
No, I wasn't. I flew from Nashville to Texas, and then I drove back up from Texas. I had things to handle in Texas, and then I decided that, you know, being you online was not what I wanted to do. So then I drove, and now I'm here. When I was there yesterday, and my brain feels very still in Texas, even though I'm not. I'm in Tennessee now.
Got it.
And
Back in Tennessee.
the nice thing is, now that I'm in Tennessee, I could just keep telling people, you're the only 10 I see. There you go, translators. You're welcome. Got to get that out of the way, you know. First things first. Okay, so anyways, on to the important things, why we're all here. The body process, elimination and eradication of the embodiment of all past thoughts and feelings. And the location is crown and heart, because obviously there is nothing more heartfelt and felt than the heart. You know, all the feels go to the heart, nowhere else. And the crown is obviously where all your thoughts are. So we get your thoughts and your feelings. And there we go. So everything you're unwilling to be, know, perceive, and receive, but the elimination and eradication of the embodiment of all thoughts and feelings, will you revoke, recant, rescind, reclaim, renounce, announce, destroy, and uncreate it all. For right and wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all nine, shorts, boys, POVADs, and beyonds. Oh, yes. Wonderful. I'm already feeling it. So, any questions about this? Did people do the homework and now they're like, I'm horrified?
Yes, I did the homework, Andrew. And
Yay!
I yawned all the time.
Uh-huh.
A lot, and then I just felt very relaxed. But
well, feelings and thoughts aren't heavy at all. You know, they aren't conducive to unconsciousness at all.
Well, my question is, what's the difference between this body process and the one we did in March, which is thoughts and emotions?
Well, the word thoughts and emotions versus thoughts and feelings.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so remember, feelings are the lower harmonic of perceiving, and emotions are the lower harmonic of being.
Okay.
Well, welcome to your first BPF call. I'm sorry. This is probably going to be torturous. I apologize in advance. Usually the homework is to run the process, whatever process we're doing that month, to run it before the call. Run it on someone else, run it on yourself, gift and receive it, whatever you can.
I'd like to know how to market it.
How do you market it?
To the general public, you know. Yeah.
I would just do thoughts, just, you know, like a thing that says thoughts question mark or feelings question mark.
No, elimination and eradication.
But I wouldn't say that. I would just have a big thing, a big sheet of paper that just said thoughts or feelings question. And people would be like, what the fuck? And exactly.
No, that doesn't sell in England.
Well, obviously, because then you can just do, okay, are your thoughts and feelings valuable? And you can't sell access anyways. It never works trying to sell access. You can only invite anyone, ask for the people stupid enough to pay you, and be happy when people show up or don't show up.
Okay. So that always gets me, that be the invitation.
Yeah, that's where you have to, but you know, being the invitation means not thinking and feeling about the invitations. Well, I mean, but if you were thinking, if you were feeling invitations, that might actually be an invitation, depending on who or what you were feeling. Everything that brought up or let down, right, wrong, good and bad, puck and pot, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds.
It makes no sense.
Welcome to the elimination and eradication of all the embodiment of all past thoughts and feelings.
No, it's not selling it. That was probably the wrong word. It's something about, I don't get it. I just don't get it.
Well, then run the process. Please realize, run it more. If you run a process and it doesn't make any sense, run it more. If you look at the words and they don't make sense, like at all, run the process more.
No, it's not the words. It's the process. It's not making sense.
Yeah, exactly. Run the process. When things don't make sense, it's because you're not sensing it. How do you start to sense something? By running the process, which will give you the ability to sense more of it as you receive more of it.
That's it. Yeah, thank you. Yes, yes,
Which is
thank you.
also why the homework for all the calls is always to run the process, because you can expand your receiving and sense of the process.
Right, thank you.
Mhm.
Yep, got it. Thank you.
So everything you're unwilling to be, know, perceive, and receive about the elimination and eradication of all past thoughts, of the embodiment of all past thoughts and feelings, will you revoke, recant, rescind, reclaim, renounce, denounce, destroy, and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, pock and pot, all nine shorts, boys, poveds, and beyonds. And please remember when we talk about, like, Gary has that wonderful feelings telecall that everyone has, but no one ever really listens to, because they start off everything with I feel blah blah blah. So obviously the call's not working. But feelings are designed to eliminate being. Like, you do feeling to eliminate being. So anytime you're doing thoughts or feelings, one of the questions you can ask is, if I wasn't thinking or feeling, what would I be aware of? So if you weren't thinking or feeling, what would you be aware of? Everything that is times a godzillion, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, puck and pot, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds.
So you're talking about distractor implants?
Feelings are not, I mean, if you go anger, rage, fury, hate, feelings, blame, shame, regret, and guilt, feelings, addictive, compulsive, obsessive, perverted points of views, feelings, life, death, living, reality, definitely lots of feelings and thoughts around that. What a
So-
business without fear, relationship, fear, definite feeling. I have a feeling of fear.
So cellular memory then, because it gets locked into your body with cellular memory, these thoughts, feelings, and emotions. Is that something you could also run? No?
Well, you can, all the body processes work on unlocking the stupid shit you locked in your body. The
Right.
question is, which energy is going to work for the energy you've locked in?
So you just ask your body
Mm-hmm.
or their body.
Whose ever body that you're touching.
Got it. Thanks.
Mm-hmm. So what would you, if you weren't thinking or feeling, what would you be aware of? Everything that is times a godzillion, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, puck and pot, all nine shorts, boys, poveds, and beyonds. And everything you're unwilling to be, know, perceive, and receive about the elimination and eradication of the embodiment of all past thoughts and feelings, will you revoke, recant, rescind, reclaim, renounce, denounce, destroy, and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, puck and pot, all nine shorts, boys, poveds, and beyonds.
Andrew, the body sheet says the hand location of solar plexus.
Is it?
Yeah,
I
so
don't know.
people
I
are
don't
asking.
know. I just looked at it. It's crown and heart.
Okay.
There's
one-
another.
The one
there's-
I'm looking at says crown and solar
Is it
plexus.
the eliminate? Oh wait, crap! It's I have all past thoughts and feelings, not the embodiment of all past thoughts. God.
Okay,
Hold on. Let me see. Well then, that's also. I was like, this feels familiar.
Feels familiar?
Yeah. No, I have. Wait, which one are we doing then? I'm so confused. I have one that says.
You are
We're doing thoughts
overthinking
and
it.
feelings, and it is heart and crown. Or sorry,
Okay.
it
So
is
other
heart,
people
yeah.
are gaslighting me right now. They're all gaslighters. Now I have even more feelings. By the way, did you hear? I have have you guys all heard the joke about gaslighting? Yes, you did. And if you're like, what was the joke? I just missed it. Gaslighting is about making people believe what they perceived isn't true or real or actually going on. You know, and speaking of gaslighting, what's a good way to gaslight someone? Feelings. Well, I just don't feel that way. I feel like you don't love me anymore. Can you change the person's feelings? No. Why? Because they feel that way, and there's nothing you can do to change feelings because they feel that way. It's a great way to mess with people. They feel like you don't like me anymore. Everything that brought up or let down, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, puck and pod, all nine, short boys, provads, and beyonds. The solar plexus is the emotions process. There you go. Thank you. We're not doing emotions today. We're doing feelings. What are any other questions? Any other feelings or thoughts around this?
I have a question.
Yes.
Hi. So I was raised very spiritually and all that stuff, and feelings are made very significant in that community or whatever. And
Mhm.
I'm just wondering, people are interested to find out more about access, and then I'm like fumbling for words to explain how. And I've listened to the feelings calls. Yeah, maybe you have a tip for, yeah,
Talking about
how,
feelings that
like how to make something that's been so significant for them insignificant, and then they're like trying to hold on to the whole significance of the whole thing.
well, so one of the things is you don't want to make it insignificant, whether you're doing significance or insignificance, there's still significance on it.
Uh-huh.
So you want to do, no significance at all, out of form, structure, and
Okay.
significant, the out of control clearing where
Okay.
we're like outside
Yes.
out of form, structure. I can't even do it all. My brain's warped. Whatever, that clearing. You all know what I'm talking about. So that's one of the things. And when you don't place any significance, when you don't buy into their feelings, whether you align and agree or resist and react to them, then you can you're just different. So you can talk about it differently. But most of the time, you are correct. People place their feelings are very significant. So everything you're
Yes.
doing to heap massive amounts of significance on top of massive amounts of significance to prove that your feelings are significant. Will you destroy and uncreate all of that?
Yes.
Right and
Please.
wrong, good and bad, puck and pot, all nine, shorts, boys, puppets, and beyonds. God, that's a headache and a half.
Why?
So everything you're doing to heap piles of significance on top of piles of significance on top of your already significant feelings to prove how significant feelings are, will you destroy and uncreate all of that?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, puck and pot, all nine, shorts, boys, provads, and beyonds.
Great. Thank you. Yeah, I don't even know where to go from there.
Well,
I
that's,
think that was
now we must
all
be
that was needed.
when you don't know where when you don't know where to go from somewhere, we're getting somewhere, because all of a sudden you have space in your head where you only had nothing, like thoughts and feelings.
Yes.
So everything you're all
Yes.
doing to heap feelings on top of significance, and more significance on top of all your feelings to prove how significant feelings are, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, puck and pot, all nine shorts, boys, po-beds, and beyonds. What jails are you using to create the dominance of E is equal to MC squared as feelings as the proof that you have that your life matters are you choosing? Oh God, everything that is times a godzillion will you destroy and uncreate it all. Right and wrong, good and bad, puck and pond, all nine shorts, boys, po-beds, and beyonds. Can we stop now? I feel like this isn't fun anymore. So, what did I just say? What jails are you using to create the dominance of E is equal to MC squared? As feelings as the proof for why your life matters? As feelings as the proof that your life matters are you choosing? Yes, everything that is times a godzillion will you destroy and uncreate it all. Right and wrong, good and bad, puck and pot, all nine shorts, boys, po-beds, and beyonds. Thank you, Julie.
You're welcome.
Other feelings, thoughts, questions? Ooh, wait, we can make it better. So what jails are you using to create the dominance of E is equal to MC squared as the proof of the embodiment of all your past thoughts and feelings, as the embodiment of all your past thoughts and feelings, as the proof that your life matters, are you choosing? Oh God, everything that is times a godzillion will you destroy and uncreate it all. Right and wrong, good and bad, puck and pot, all nine shorts, boys, po-beds, and beyonds. You know, the nice thing is it's not even good enough to just have your past thoughts and feelings. You need to embody your past thoughts and feelings to prove how right your past thoughts and feelings were. Everything that is times a godzillion will you destroy and uncreate it all. Right and wrong, good and bad, puck and pot, all nine shorts, boys, po-beds, and beyonds. Yay, people are dying.
Hello, Andrew.
Hello.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm fine. Andrew, sometimes when I do body process, more than one body process call me during the session. So I don't do during the session just one method, for example, elimination and eradication of past thoughts and feelings. I follow with past thoughts and emotions. I follow with the session might take during 1 hour or 2 hours. It take 2 or 3, sometimes 4 processes. Is that
okay?
Or is that okay? The body asked me to, and I move my hands like crazy in the body, all over the body.
Well,
so
I mean, it depends on the person. Usually, like if I do one body process, they're about an hour. Sometimes I'll a person will want a half hour of it. I just ask. I really just ask the body.
Yeah, I ask, and it asked me to move hands from here to here, and the names of processes jump in on my and in front of my eyes, and stuff like that. So is it okay to do that, or I have to stick to one process per session?
You don't have to do anything. There are no hard answers.
Exactly.
My only question would be, is it that the process is done running, or are you just bored with the process?
Yeah. Thank you.
Yes, Peony.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, and good morning. And is freedom a feeling?
Freedom,
Yeah.
feeling of freedom.
You know, a lot of people say, "Oh, I feel free. I feel so free."
Well, if they're doing I feel anything, then yes, feeling. You could have a
But
sense of
okay,
space.
wait. My question is freedom itself is a feeling or what?
No, feelings are feelings. You can I feel angry, I feel upset, I feel free.
That's the point. I don't get it. You know, say for example, when we doing class, Gary would like to say, would you like to be free or would you like to be right? You
Yeah.
know?
You can either
So
be right or you can be free. Which one do you choose?
yeah, I mean, I got it. But then when the people say I feel free or I don't feel free, what is that then?
Feelings.
So okay, here it is. So should I address that? Should I address what they say they feel?
No, unless they're asking to change it.
Oh,
If someone talks to me and say, Andrew, I just feel so upset. I'm like, okay, cool. And they're like, or they come and they say, Andrew, I'm feeling very upset. Like, what process can I run? Or is there something I can do to change this?
hmm,
And I would say, what feelings are you using to create the upset you are choosing?
I see.
Or you could do, what feelings are you using to create the freedom, the lack of freedom you are choosing?
Hmm. So, say for example, for the people around, you know, in China, whatever, blah blah blah, and then when you know, we engage and then we interact and then we ask questions, and then they start their pattern, like telling their story or telling how terrible they are, you know, and
Yeah.
no question there. So, I'm just like, okay.
What feelings
Okay.
are you using to create the Asian you were choosing?
Oh, fuck. I have to engage, you know. I'm not just engaged with energy. I have to engage with the people with physical bodies.
Yeah.
You know.
What feelings are you using to create the Chinese people you were choosing?
Okay, so I can.
Everything that is times a godzillion will you destroy and uncreate it all.
Yeah. Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pocket pot, all nine shorts, boys, poveds, and beyonds.
Yeah, you're correct. Thank you.
Look, you know, you can't buy into other people. Like when people tell you the story, if you align and agree or resist and react to it, then you get trapped by it. You know, same things when they come to you with their feelings, which is basically everyone who has a story has feelings. You know,
Yeah.
it's the significance they're talking about it.
Yeah, I have to be brutally honest with what it is.
Well, you have to be brutally honest with you, lie to everyone else, as Gary says.
With me, yes. But
So
then,
you just like when someone comes to you and they start doing their story, you go, oh, how many feelings are they doing with this? Oh, so much fun. Monica, I'll get to your question and answer it. I see it in the chat. So you just have to be aware of where the people are coming from and what they're asking for. You know, lots of Asians, you know, your culture likes to tell stories and complain about things and whine.
yeah,
Cool. How lucky are you that people want to come and pay you to whine and complain?
I don't,
How much
I'm
more
not
money can you make listening to people's whining and complaining?
but I'm not a rubbish being. Come on.
You're not a rubbish being. You don't have to take their trash. You can just let it float on by you.
Okay.
You don't have to do anything with their thoughts and feelings. You can just go, oh, I so get that.
Okay. Yeah.
If I had to feel that much, I would probably kill myself. Everything that is times a godzillion will you destroy and uncreate it all. Right and
Yes.
wrong, good and bad, pock and pot, all nine shorts, boys, povets, and beyonds.
Yeah.
And then,
And
you know, and it depends, like I said, so like obviously you guys are body process facilitators, so lots of the times when you do a body process class, this is like people haven't had a lot of access. So when if I'm doing a class on thought, like this is an embodiment of past thoughts and feelings. So what am I going to talk about? Well, I'm going to talk about the very basis of being, knowing, perceiving, and receiving, and thoughts, feelings, emotions, and sex and no sex. Why? Because thoughts and feelings are in there. They're going to want to know what we're talking about, or why would we want to ask to eliminate thoughts and feelings? You know, but with your question, Peony, that's a little bit more advanced. You know, people are probably coming to like a foundation or something in class. I would be like, well, how many feelings do you have creating this? And they were like, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, Gary did a telecall on feelings. And he said, anytime you're doing a feeling, you are eliminating your being. Feelings are designed to eliminate being. So anytime you go to feeling, you are destroying, well, you're not destroying, you can't really destroy being. You're eliminating being. You're trying to not be.
yeah, that is going to the opposite
Yep.
of what they're trying.
Well, they're not doing the opposite. They're doing what they actually would like to do. Remember, choice creates. Choice creates. They're choosing to do feelings, which means you're. Anytime you choose to do feelings, and it is a choice,
Yeah.
then you are doing. You're not doing being. You're looking to eliminate being.
So, yeah, asking the question you just mentioned a moment ago. So is that would like to be able to get them to be aware of they're actually doing feeling?
Well, you can't really. It just depends. You have to ask. You know, like me trying to do hypothetical scenarios with the people that come to you is really hard. I need an actual person in front of me.
I see. Okay, got it.
Because the way I would handle one person is going to be different from the next.
Yeah, got it. Thank you.
So what jails are using to create the dominance of E is equal to MC squared as thoughts and feelings as the proof that your life matters are you choosing. Everything that is times a godzillion will you destroy and uncreate it all. Right and wrong, good and bad, puck and pod, all nine, shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. All right, let's see, where's that other question? I'm a fresh BPF and this is my first BPF Zoom. So I'm wondering, can I ask something about facilitating BPF classes, or is this Zoom and questions? Nope, you can ask just general questions. You can do that. What's your question?
Hi.
Hi.
So I wrote this question through email. I don't know if you saw it, but when I'm facilitating body process classes for people who didn't attend the bars class. So at some body processes, we do the pre-structuring at the end of the session. And in manuals, there's nothing about that, no head chart. So can I teach them this pose so they can end the session with pre-structuring, or is not necessary? And also, if I can show them how to pull energy and maybe implant vent, or no?
Definitely you could teach them restructuring. I don't know if I would go into teaching them bars in that class.
No, not bars, just the pulling energy.
Pulling energy and doing implant band is bars.
Okay. Yeah.
I do bar sessions on people on like when I get my bars on, half the time I want is someone to pull, do the energy flows and do my implant band and then restructure me and do the closing.
Okay. Because when I do the sessions, I always do the pulling energy and implant band, and then I go to body process. So
yep, you can do that in your sessions if you want to do that. That's a great way for people, you know, to relax and receive. But in the context of the body process classes, that's not something. What I would do.
Structuring, this is okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
What I would do is, you know, if when you do restructuring, you can show them, say, hey, this is one of the last things in this class that I also teach called access bars. If you're interested in learning more about that, you know, you could say, well, after class, hang out and we could do a short demonstration. or I have classes coming up, you know, it's a great way
Mhm.
to segue into showing people that there's other
Okay.
things to do and they could come learn how to do that.
Great. Thank you.
Mhm. Other questions, problems? Nothing? We've already killed you. So everything you're unwilling to be, know, perceive, and receive about the elimination and eradication of all the past, of the embodiment of all past thoughts and feelings, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, puck and pod, all nine shorts, boys, povets, and beyonds. Yes, Debbie.
Yeah, so just a general question since we're loud. I've also never been and I've never held just a one body process class. What's the how would you say it? What do you do first and then, or how do you do it? Or is there something in the resources I can watch about that?
There's lots of resources on the Body Process Facilitator Ning.
Okay.
There's all of these past calls that I've done. They're on the Ning. There's also a Body Process Facilitator handbook that kind of walks you through the things you can do in the class. And then there's also like a Body Process Facilitator or a Body Process handbook that you can give out to in the classes in addition to the one sheet.
Okay, cool. Thank you very much. That's all.
So I would suggest starting there and looking through it. And then if you read through the stuff and you still have questions about it, then contact us at Bodies At, or you can message me on however you want to try and get a hold of me.
I'm going to be doing my first body process class.
Thank you.
No.
At the end of July. This time last week I was having a meltdown and I cancelled the hall and I just didn't want to have anything to do with it and I got to kick up the derriere. But I'm prepared to sit in the hall on my own.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
But what would it take for people to show up?
I've been doing it. Everywhere I go, I've been talking to people about it. Oh, by the way, I'm a body process. Oh, really? Etc. etc. But you know,
Well,
it's
wait, time out. Let's do this a different way, okay? So what body process are you teaching?
I am doing anaphylactic shock and quadrate of relaxation.
Okay, so get the energy of anaphylactic shock and quadrate of relaxation.
I have.
Got that energy?
Yep.
Ask your body to be that energy?
Yep.
Cool. Now talk about anaphylactic shock and quadrate of relaxation.
It is a beautiful process for trauma and shock in the body, from stings, bee stings, hornet stings, wasp stings, anything that it traumatizes the body and puts it into a state of tension, trauma.
Too long, I'm sleeping.
Tightness. It's tightness. We want to get rid of the tightness.
Oh, look, but you want to, like, if you're talking to people, people's attention span is really short. So just say, oh, it's a body process. I've used it to change shock and trauma on my body.
That's my problem. That's my problem, Andrew. I go on and on and on. I'm OCD. I have to go on.
Well, talk and pot all your problems.
Well, I didn't consider it a problem when she said that.
You said that. Yeah. So just, but then look at, okay, all the problems I'm creating with this class, pock and pod.
Thank you.
You know, and the energy of anaphylactic shock is about undoing where you're making something significant and traumatic and a problem.
Okay, so what is the difference between insignificant and dismissive?
One, there's no difference between insignificant and dismissive.
Thank you. Thank you.
No significance and dismissive are two different things. Something I can make something isn't significant, but it doesn't mean I dismiss it. I can still engage with it, but it doesn't matter. I don't have any, I know it's not real or true. Like your problems, I know they're not real or true. They're just the things you create to stop you.
Okay. So it's my first class, so I'm making it significant.
Cool. rightfully so. You should throw a party and tell everyone they should be there because it's your first class. And if they don't come, they're not your friends and you'll hate them forever.
Well, I already do that.
Perfect. Good job. You know, but when you have that energy, it's like, that's also like one of the things you want to look at when you're creating classes is if you're not having people show up, okay, the only one powerful enough to stop you is you.
I didn't say they're not showing up. I'm just saying I'm prepared for them not to show up.
Well, yeah, but you that means you're preparing for the worst, which is
Yes,
no one.
might as well. I might as well.
What if you prepared yourself for 100 people to show up? Everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, puck and pot, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds.
Yes.
One, you know, you could do, what feelings am I using to create the lack of people I am choosing? What thoughts and feelings am I using to create the problems I am choosing? Everything that is times a godzillion, will you destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes. Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, puck and pot, all nine shorts, boys,
Yes.
COVID and beyonds.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
But the other thing is you can't quit, you know. So when I create classes and the class isn't going the way I want to, I'm looking at, okay, the only one powerful enough to stop me is me. Am I stopping this? Yes, no. No, okay. Is there something that I need to be aware of with the class? No, yes, yes, okay. Do I need to change the date? Is it not working? Do I need to add someone? What else needs to occur here? Or, you know, someone was just like, the funny thing is someone was just talking to me about this and I can't remember who, because I have major CRS, but they were like, oh, well, I wasn't getting anyone to show up to my class. And then I asked, do I want anyone to show up to this class? And I realized I had the point of view that I didn't want anyone to show up to the class, even though I was asking for people to show up to the class. So then I just pock and pod everywhere I decided that no one should show up to this class.
That's awesome. Hey, also a couple things that I have about first classes is I remember when I did my first class, it's this feeling of just stepping off the cliff. It's like, okay, you just take that step into, you don't know what it is because it's something you've never done. So you just recognize that and you just do it. You just are like, okay, I'm just stepping off, and it's just ease. And then the other thing is just how much fun can you have with it? You know, it's easy, especially when you're planning classes and all that, to go into everything instead of just, okay, how can this just be freaking fun for me?
And do it, like, find a way, like, you know, find someone else, you know, you could offer trades, you can do talks, you don't have to jump into doing classes. You could find ways of engaging people to get them interested in the body processes if there's no one in your area that knows anything about body processes.
I also, I did hosted trades, you know, bars trades for a year or two in my house every week. And that just naturally, I mean, if you have a somewhat active area, you just have people there and you can just talk about the class you're doing. And I get so excited about the body processes. They just, and you know, they're not that expensive. I mean,
Yeah.
they can be, but they're right in a price range that people are willing to spend the money and kind of more easily. So that's, I agree with you, Andrew, that is a huge contribution to say it in person or whatever.
Thank you. Thank you. Super. Thank you. Thank you very much, both.
You're welcome. So all the feelings you're using to make even more feelings, to make your feelings even more significant, on top of significance and feelings and more feelings, and then some thoughts in there about your feelings, and then feelings on your thoughts. Will you destroy and uncreate all of that? Sorry, translators. Right and wrong, good and bad, pock and pot, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. If you have thoughts or feelings about that, I'm not sorry though. Wait, I think there was another question in here. Where is the latest list of which body processes to facilitate for the 3-day body class? There is no 3-day body process class. It's a 3-day body class. And the ones in the 3-day body class are the manual, the active processes for you as a body process facilitator to do body process classes, 1-day classes, is on the Ning, Tanya? There you go. And it's also like, if you're posting it on the Access website, only the ones that are listed on that, like able to be selected on the Access website are the ones that are appropriate to be facilitating. How long does it take for a feeling to be a sickness? Can you, Manolo, can you give me, what do you mean? How long does it take for a feeling to turn into disease?
I understand, Andrew, that he's talking about something chronicle, kind of a chronicle feeling when
Okay.
it really turns into an illness more than just a bunch of feelings.
Gotcha. So then you would just, I mean, but for any kind of illness, you can ask, okay, what feelings am I using to create the blank I'm choosing? Or how many feelings am I using to create the sickness I am choosing? I don't know if there's an exact number, but I bet the number would be 42. Because 42 is the answer. No, not enough people have seen that movie. Okay, there's some. Good. Okay. Michael, you were asking about to become a 3-day facilitator. So yes, there's one of the, if you want to become a 3-day facilitator, you need to facilitate the every one of the active processes, which are the same ones on the name. But the other way you can do it is if you email bodies at and get set up with, say you want to work towards becoming a 3-day facilitator. They will set you up with a Google Doc, which has all the processes listed on that too as well. That's correct, right, Tanya? I think it's, yes, cool. I am good. Look at that. I have a brain. Okay. How about inviting a friend along? So for sure there will be 2. Yep, that's a good idea when you're doing classes. You know, you can have, I usually like to have, I used to like to have an extra person in case I was odd, so they could jump in or jump out of the class. So I would have even pairing if I needed to. Other questions? I feel so exhausted.
You might need to get your bars run.
I always need my bars run. That's like a yes.
I didn't get my hands on you before you left, so sorry.
Yep, and I feel very upset about that.
Next time when you come for Essie.
Yeah, but also, you know, one of the things you have to realize with feelings is when you're willing to not buy in them, you get to use feelings to your advantage, just like with distractor implants. You can either buy into people's distractor implants or you can use them to your advantage. You can be made feel guilty by people, or you could make other people feel guilty. Yes, you can register. So right away, you can register to start working towards becoming a 3-day facilitator without even being a CF by emails and buddies at and saying, I want to have a Google Doc that I can track my progress towards becoming a 3-day. Wow, I think
Everybody's dead.
I know. Do you hear the lack of thoughts and feelings in their heads? It's amazing.
I can perceive it.
I can feel it. Okay, so then what else? What do we have to announcement things? Next month is August 10th. Is that when we're doing it? August 10th. And the process is DMMD. So yay, I can't believe I haven't done DMMD in all the time I've been doing these, but we are doing demolecular manifestation, molecular demanifestation. So play with it, run it, you know, I challenge you to run it on your food and other things and bodies and see how much fun you can have playing with it if you haven't done that before. What other announcements? There is a right body for you if you're a certified facilitator and you want to do other body things besides 3-day body. There is a right body for you facilitator training coming up with Grace and Danielle that starts August 5th. And yes, same bat channel, same bat time, Julie. So that means she was asking what time the call
It's
is.
actually not the same time. That one's earlier. It's 2
No!
hour. It's 2 hours earlier because we're
Okay,
doing
there
a
we go. I lied. Oops. But it's
concierge too.
same bat person. But not the same bat person, same bat channel, not same bat time. What else? Other announcements? Oh, there's ABCs coming up. The prereqs for becoming a right body for you a facilitator are on the Access website, so you can check those out. But I think it's 2 right body classes and body whispering, and then BSEF. But as a certified facilitator, you can attend the class regardless of having the other things. Correct, Tanya? Yes, look at me. I'm amazing. I know all these things.
CFs can attend.
Look at that. I'm glad I'm not saying any more not correct factual information. Oh, ABCs. There's an advanced body class that Simone has next week in Australia. There is one in September in Paris with Dane, and then there is one in September with Simone in Brazil. So lots of possibilities. And there's definitely going to be some new processes in it because I was just working on Gary the last 3 days, and I know for a fact that they are going to be in there, and they are very good. My brain state is partially his fault for making me run processes on them. So it's not my fault. If you're not happy with this call, blame Gary. There you go. It's 10 a.m. Pacific time, DMMD. Is there any body process that's the most popular to start holding body process? I don't know if there's most popular, but I would probably say MTBSS, BMM, cell memory, maybe. There you go. Okay. I think that's everything. There's probably something else, but oh well. Anything else, Tanya?
Did you talk about the
correcting
ABC?
vision is a good one, Katusha. I like doing that one as a body process class. Did I talk about what?
The upcoming ABCs?
Yes. You weren't listening to me. I just did that.
I wasn't. I'm sorry. I don't.
Oh, now all my
I don't
feelings are
listen. You
back.
should know that.
I cleared them, but you just triggered me, and now I feel so bad. Everything that is pocket pop. Could we do a new body process call about the E of lies locked into the body? Okay, cool. Tanya, that is our next process after DMMD. So September body process, I have already picked. Look at that. I am 2 months ahead. Woo! We'll do the elimination and eradication of all the lies locked into your body. Because of special request. And it sounds fun. Okay. Well then, thank you everyone. Thank you translators, and we'll see you all next month.
You the bomb.